Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. What I love about Shopify is how no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
If you're a facilities manager at a warehouse and your HVAC system goes down, it can turn up the heat, literally. But don't sweat it, Grainger has you covered. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products for all your operations, including warehouse HVAC maintenance. And even better, they offer access to experts and fast delivery, so you and your warehouse can both keep your cool. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween Podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez, and today is September 27th, 2024, and you're listening to episode 16 of our Haunted America series. Today, we are taking a journey through Kansas, the Sunflower State. Known for its wide open plains, vast fields of sunflowers, and tornado-catching adventures. But Kansas also has a darker side. Beneath its friendly small towns and historic sites lie stories of haunted hotels, eerie graveyards, and chilling paranormal encounters. Kansas is home to some of the most spine-tingling hauntings in the Midwest. So grab your flashlights and let's explore 10 of the most haunted places in the state of Kansas. Our first stop takes us to the infamous Sallie House in Atchison, a small town on the Missouri River that's gained a reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. The Sallie House looks like an ordinary home from the outside, but inside, it holds a chilling past. The house is said to be haunted by the spirit of a young girl named Sallie, who died in the house during a botched appendectomy in the early 1900s. Her death was a painful one, and many believe her spirit has never left. The haunting began in the 1990s when a young couple, Tony and Deborah Pickman, moved in. They reported numerous strange occurrences, from objects moving on their own to unexplained cold spots. Tony was often the target of physical attacks, with scratches appearing on his body, and at one point, he even suffered a burn mark in the shape of a pentagram on his back. The couple would hear the sound of a child crying at night and toys moving across the floor by themselves. Sallie seemed to have a particular dislike for men, especially Tony. Her actions grew more aggressive over time. Paranormal investigators from all over the country have visited the Sallie House, and many have documented high EMF readings, strange noises, and objects moving on their own. One investigator reported feeling a sharp pain in his stomach, the same spot where Sallie's appendix had been. Others have captured EVPs of a child's voice saying, "Why did you hurt me?" The house has been featured on numerous TV shows, including Sightings and Paranormal Witness, with all of them capturing compelling evidence of the restless spirit within. Today, the Sallie House is open for tours and overnight investigations, but many who enter leave with the feeling that Sallie is still very much alive. Next, we're heading to Lawrence to visit the historic Eldridge Hotel. Originally built in 1855, the hotel has been destroyed and rebuilt several times, most notably after it was burned down during Quantrill's riot in 1863, a deadly attack during the Civil War. The hotel is known for its luxurious accommodations, but it's also famous for its hauntings. The most well-known spirit at the Eldridge Hotel is that of Colonel Shalor Eldridge, the hotel's original owner and namesake. His ghost is often seen roaming the halls, particularly near the 5th floor room known as 506. Guests have reported seeing a man dressed in 19th century clothing, his face stern and his footsteps heavy. He's known to knock on doors, turn on lights, and even rearrange furniture. Some have awoken to find the furniture in their room moved around or even stacked in strange ways. The elevator at the Eldridge Hotel is another source of paranormal activity. It's been known to operate on its own, stopping at the 5th floor without anyone pressing the button. Staff and guests have heard footsteps in the hallways when no one is there, and the faint sound of a piano playing in the lobby long after the last guests have gone to bed. Paranormal investigators have recorded high EMF spikes near room 506 and even caught video footage of a chair moving by itself. The Eldridge Hotel is still in operation, offering visitors a comfortable stay and a chance to experience its ghostly resident firsthand. Our next stop takes us to Fort Leavenworth, the oldest active military post west of the Mississippi River. Established in 1827, this historic fort has seen its fair share of battles, tragedies, and ghostly encounters. With its old stone buildings, winding roads, and centuries of history, it's no wonder that Fort Leavenworth is considered one of the most haunted places in Kansas. One of the most famous spirits is the Lady in White, believed to be the wife of a soldier who took her own life after learning her husband's death in battle. She's often seen wandering the grounds near the old disciplinary barracks, dressed in a flowing white gown, her face pale and grief-stricken. Soldiers have reported seeing her apparition late at night, drifting through walls and vanishing into thin air. Some have even heard her crying softly in the darkness. Another well-known ghost is that of the old colonel, who is believed to be a former commander who died under mysterious circumstances. He's been seen pacing back and forth on the porch of his old quarters, his figure appearing solid and lifelike before disappearing. Paranormal investigators have experienced sudden drops in temperature and captured EVPs of a man's voice saying, "I must return." Fort Leavenworth is still an active military base, but visitors can tour its haunted sites and learn about its storied history. Next up, we visit the Orpheum Theater in Wichita, a historic venue that has been entertaining audiences since 1922. The theater is known for its beautiful architecture and vintage charm, but it's also home to some spectral visitors who never left. One of the most commonly reported spirits is that of a man known as the stagehand. He's believed to have been a worker who died during a tragic accident in the 1940s. His ghost is often seen in the backstage area, dressed in old-fashioned work clothes, his face shadowed and serious. Staff and performers have reported hearing his footsteps on the wooden stage and seeing tools move by themselves. Some have even heard him whistling an old tune as he goes about his duties. Then there's the Lady in Red, an elegant apparition believed to be a former patron who loved attending the shows. She's often seen sitting in the balcony, wearing a red dress and a broad-brimmed hat. She's known to appear just before a performance begins and has been seen clapping and smiling as if enjoying the show. Paranormal investigators have reported unusual energy readings and have also captured her in photographs. The Orpheum Theater remains active, hosting performances and events, but some say the best seats are still reserved for its ghostly guests.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Good taste is easy to spot, but hard to pin down. You know it when you see it. And in today's culture, there's no greater signifier of taste than the car you drive. You want something sophisticated, but not stodgy. Daring, yet classic. Approachable, but with an air of opulence. It may sound like a rare find, because it is. And it perfectly describes the Range Rover Evoque. Drive a statement piece with pure presence. The Evoque is charisma in motion. This luxury SUV is artfully crafted and designed to stand out, and the reductive exterior is an elegant expression of Range Rover DNA. With clean lines, the minimalist design speaks for itself. The chiseled taillights give it a sense of motion. Even at standstill, you'll find quality materials and solid craftsmanship at every turn. And you can curate your interior with a variety of distinct themes and trim finishes. It's an elevated drive for elevated lives. Explore the Range Rover Evoque at LandRoverUSA.com.
Our next haunted location is the Hollenberg Pony Express Station in Hanover, a historic site dating back to 1857. This station was a crucial stop for the Pony Express riders, who braved the wild terrain to deliver mail across the country. Today, it's preserved as a museum, but some say the spirits of those brave riders remain. The most frequently seen ghost is that of a young rider, known only as Billy. He's often seen near the stables, preparing his horse for a ride. Visitors have reported seeing a boy in a dusty jacket and cap, his figure faint in the early morning mist. He's been seen brushing his horse, which appears to be just as ghostly as he is, before both vanishing into thin air. Some have even heard the faint sound of hooves galloping away in the dead of night. There are also reports of a shadowy figure inside the station house, believed to be a station manager who was killed during a robbery. People have felt an icy chill pass through them and heard whispers that seem to come from nowhere. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of what sounds like a man saying, "Mail's gotta go." The Hollenberg Pony Express Station is open for tours, where visitors can learn about its history and perhaps meet one of its ghostly riders. Now we head to Stoll Cemetery, one of the most notorious and feared places in Kansas. Often referred to as one of the 7 gateways to hell, Stoll Cemetery has a reputation for being a site of dark rituals, ghostly encounters, and unexplained phenomenon. The most chilling legend surrounding Stoll Cemetery involves a crumbling stone church that once stood on its grounds. Locals say the church was a meeting place for witches and occultists who performed dark rituals to summon spirits. People believe that even after the church was torn down, the area remains a vortex of paranormal activity. Those who visit at midnight have reported hearing disembodied voices chanting in Latin, and some have seen a dark figure with glowing red eyes lurking among the tombs. There's also a legend that the devil himself visits Stoll Cemetery twice a year, on Halloween and the spring equinox. People have reported seeing a tall figure with horns and glowing eyes near a particular grave, believed to be the grave of a witch who cursed the town. Paranormal investigators have captured disturbing EVPs of growls, sinister laughter, and whispers saying, "Come close." Stoll Cemetery is still open to the public, but visitors are warned to proceed with caution and never to enter at dark. Our next haunted location takes us to the John Warnell House Museum in Kansas City. Built in 1858 by John Warnell, a prosperous farmer and businessman, this historic home served as a field hospital for both Union and Confederate soldiers during the Civil War. The bloodshed and suffering that took place within its walls left behind an imprint that some say lingers to this day. Visitors and staff have reported seeing apparitions of soldiers in uniforms wandering the halls, their faces pale and eyes filled with pain. One particularly active spirit is said to be that of a Confederate soldier who died in the parlor after a failed surgery. He's often seen leaning against the wall, clutching his chest, and then suddenly collapsing before disappearing into thin air. Another ghostly figure believed to haunt the Warnell house is that of Eliza Warnell, John's wife, who died in the home. She's often seen in the kitchen, preparing meals for soldiers who are no longer there. Paranormal investigators have captured recordings of a woman's voice saying help them, and some have felt an icy breeze pass by when she is near. The John Warnell House Museum is open for tours, offering visitors a glimpse into its haunted past. Next, we visit the Santa Fe Depot in Abilene, a historic train station built in 1887 that once served as a major stop for travelers heading west. Today, it's a museum, but some say it's also home to spirits who never caught their last train. The most frequently seen ghost is that of a conductor, known for his thick mustache and stern demeanor. He's often seen on the platform, checking his pocket watch and looking out toward the tracks as if waiting for a train that never arrives. Some have reported hearing his whistle blow, even though no trains run through the depot anymore. There's also the spirit of a young woman who is believed to have died on the platform in a tragic accident. She's often seen wandering near the ticket booth, her eyes scanning the crowd as if searching for someone. Paranormal investigators have recorded strange noises, including the sound of a train engine and a distant voice calling out orders. The Santa Fe Depot is open to visitors, where they can explore its haunted halls and perhaps catch a glimpse of its ghostly travelers. Our next haunted destination is the Brown Grand Theater in Concordia, a stunning example of early 20th century architecture that opened its doors in 1907. This beautiful theater has been a culture hub for over a century, but it's also home to a few spirits who love the stage just as much as the living do. The most famous ghost at the Brown Ground Theater is known as the Woman in Gray. She's often seen sitting in the balcony, watching rehearsals and performances with a sincere expression. She's believed to be the spirit of a former actress who died suddenly during a performance in the 1920s. Staff members have reported seeing her in mirrors or catching a glimpse of her in the dressing rooms, where costumes are often found rearranged or even missing. Another spirit is that of a young stagehand who died in a backstage accident. He's often seen near the curtains, his ghostly figure moving quietly from one side of the stage to the other. Paranormal investigators have recorded the sound of applause and whispers coming from the empty theater, and some have even seen shadows moving across the stage. The Brown Ground Theater remains a vibrant part of the community, but those who visit may find that not all of its patrons are from this world. Our final stop takes us to the mysterious Sauer Castle in Kansas City, a Gothic mansion built in 1871 by German immigrant Anton Sauer. The castle has seen its share of tragedy, including multiple deaths within its walls. Today, it's known for its haunted reputation and eerie atmosphere. One of the most active spirits at Shalor Castle is that of Anton Shalor himself, who is often seen standing on the front porch, looking out toward the horizon, as if waiting for someone to come home. Some have seen his ghostly figure in the upstairs windows, staring down at the visitors with a somber expression. People have also reported seeing the apparition of a woman in a black dress, believed to be Anton's second wife, Mary, who died in the home. There's also stories of ghostly children seen playing in the yard, their laughter heard echoing through the halls. Paranormal investigators have captured chilling EVPs of children's voices saying, "Come play with me," and a woman's voice softly crying. The Shalor Castle is privately owned, but its haunted history continues to attract attention from those curious about the unknown. And there you have it, guys. That is our look at the state of Kansas. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kansas has its share of eerie hotels, haunted theaters. The Sunflower State is filled with ghostly tales wanting to be told. If you're enjoying our road trip through Haunted America, please consider leaving us a 5-star review on either Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're getting your podcasts from. And I literally just heard something squeak in my headphones. I'm not playing right now, guys. I'm going completely off script. I was literally recording that line when I heard this weird... I'm hearing it again. Hold on. Yeah, it's definitely in my headphones. I don't know where that came from. Hold on, let me fix my glasses. Wow, that was strange, guys. That kind of creeped me out a little bit. Oh man, the state of Kansas. So yeah, leave me a 5-star review, guys. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, go ahead and send me an email, thehalloweenpodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, head on over to our website, thehalloweenpodcast.com, and go to our merch store. Order some merch. It's really fun, really cool things that are out there, guys. Everything's pretty inexpensive. Order a couple of postcards, order a couple of stickers. I'll send them out to you. No problem. And all of that goes to help the Halloween podcast pay for all of these wonderful production costs that I have to pay now. And I can't forget about our Facebook page. We have a lot of fun there, guys. So if you want to join in on the fun, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/thehalloweenpodcast. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow because we are going to continue Haunted America with our look at Kentucky. We'll explore some of these haunted plantations, ghostly caverns, and so much more. Until then, guys, I will see you later. Have a good night. There's that noise again.
Good taste is easy to spot, but hard to pin down. You know it when you see it. And in today's culture, there's no greater signifier of taste than the car you drive. You want something sophisticated, but not stodgy. Daring, yet classic. Approachable, but with an air of opulence. It may sound like a rare find, because it is. And it perfectly describes the Range Rover Evoque. Drive a statement piece with pure presence. The Evoque is charisma in motion. This luxury SUV is artfully crafted and designed to stand out, and the reductive exterior is an elegant expression of Range Rover DNA. With clean lines, the minimalist design speaks for itself. The chiseled taillights give it a sense of motion. Even at standstill, you'll find quality materials and solid craftsmanship at every turn. And you can curate your interior with a variety of distinct themes and trim finishes. It's an elevated drive for elevated lives. Explore the Range Rover Evoque at LandRoverUSA.com.